What's up, boys and girls? Namco right here, Dustin over there. We're talking baseball, and as always, the commish, the CEO, the president of Fantasy Smack Talk likes to start with a little tip. So, Dustin, what would that tip be for this week?
Well, this time of year, we're far enough into the year where you start to get that separation, where you have the good teams, and then you got some pretty good gaps all the way down the bottom. Great time to start trying to get some trades done. You know, people know where they stand now. They might be more willing to trade if they're down towards the bottom. Go after some of their better players.
And this is a man that will stick by what he says because he has made a million trades already.
Okay,
How many in the
pretty
points
good.
league? You flipped Trout. You
I
got
counted
him,
my
flipped
team
him in the
for
same
one
day.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think I'm up to 5.
Alright, so speaking of trades, let's talk about some of those forum questions. Log on to FantasySmackTalk.com. Click on the forums button. If you got a question, you can put it in there and we'll give you an answer. So first one is, somebody wants to know they're getting Todd Frazier and Justin Upton, but they would have to give up Mark Teixeira, Travis, and Bartolo Colon.
I mean, this is obviously a really good sell high, get proven guy trade. I mean, you're selling high on Cologne, you're selling high on Teixeira, you're selling high on Devin Travis. All those guys are playing great right now. Devin Travis, I think, could be the real deal. I think this kid's good, but it's a very safe trade. You're getting the safer players. I think you do this trade. I mean, it's a good trade.
Yeah,
You're getting value for Bartolo Colon. You gotta be excited about that. All right, we got one more straight from the forums. They're getting Jake Arrieta and Corey Dickerson, and they are giving up Steven Strasburg and the young guy Peterson.
This one's tough, but if I can get Corey Dickerson on my team, I'm doing it. I love his bat. The kid is ridiculous. I mean, he's just flying up boards already for next year, in my opinion. He could end as a top 3 player this year. That is not at all out of the realm of possibility. I say you go and do it. I love Dickerson, man. The kid's a beast.
He's good.
All right, let's talk about those must-adds. I'm going to start with a name that everybody knows, Mike Moustakas. And everybody knows it because there was a lot of hype, and then he didn't do anything, so everyone hates him, and now he's doing a little something.
Post-hype.
Yeah, a little post-hype sleeper. Plays third base, owned in about 60% of leagues. This year he's batting over 350. He's got 8 RBIs, 18 runs scored on the Kansas City Royals that are playing great baseball right now. You know, if he's available in your league, you might as well snag him, is the way we're looking at it.
Got an outfitter next for you, and that's Josh Reddick with Oakland. You know, this is a guy a couple years ago was hitting the ball for power. Not necessarily the best average, but he's healthy. He's gotten off to a hot start since he came back off of being injured. And I think it's time to pick this guy up, you know, in terms of kind of the same deal, like a little bit of post-hype. You know, he was supposed to be one of the next big things, kind of fell off, but he's still there. He's still young enough. I mean, don't forget about this guy. I think he's definitely worthy, you know, if you're needing any outfield help.
Here's a simple one. Do you need a closer? Then go ahead and grab Brett Cecil. And I know his numbers aren't great, but he lost the job, and now he's got the job back. He's closing. We got to talk about any closers that are probably available on your wire. So Brett Cecil, there you go.
Echeverria, shortstop for Miami. This guy, a lot of hype around him. Didn't really get drafted in a ton of leagues, but after a hot start, he's definitely been getting picked up. And this guy could be on the verge of a breakout year. This isn't necessarily, someone that it's all fluky. Like this could be for real. Shortstop, tough position to fill. He's definitely a guy that needs to be way more owned in way more leagues than 70% in case this is the real deal.
All right, next guy's Danny Santana. This is a guy we really liked coming into the year, and he didn't do too good. We were getting a little nervous about him, but he's really picked it up as of late. So this is probably a guy that was drafted due to a lot of the sleeper. Started terrible, so he might be available on some wires. In fact, he is owned in only 50% of leagues. Now's the time to scoop him back up.
All right, let's take a look at some people in deeper leagues. Jimmy Paredes for Baltimore. Amazing start for this youngster. Solid minor league stats. Get this though, 39 at-bats, 8 extra base hits already. I mean, obviously he's not going to keep up that pace, but again, this is a kid that it could be the real deal. Pick him up, see what happens.
All right, got to talk about Josh Hamilton. The trade's finalized, and just for the sole fact of his name, this is why I love to grab him. You grab Josh Hamilton, you see what he does. If he starts off hot, hits a couple of home runs, the name plus all the love he's going to get on ESPN, it is such a chance for great instant trade bait, if nothing else. So definitely grab him in deeper leagues.
Another outfielder for you, and that's Alex Guerrero for the Dodgers. Now, this guy was great in the Cuban leagues, and now he was great for the Dodgers last year in the minors. They just can't find him enough at bats, but that's going to change. They're going to find a way to get this kid some at bats. Well, I guess he's not necessarily a kid anymore, but I think he's late 20s. But they're going to find a way to get him some bats. He's too good to sit on the bench, and that's just period. I mean, he's too good. Look at his numbers. Look at how many home runs he has already. The guy is too good. They're going to find a way to get him some at bats. Pick him up, stash him on your bench until he gets more regular playing time.
The last guy I'm going to talk about is Juan Lagares on the first place NL East New York Mets, and nobody called that. They win like I think 11 games in a row or something insane. He's batting .299, 11 RBIs, 12 runs thus far. He's been playing solid. This is the type of guy in those deeper leagues, point leagues, that you're scraping and you need somebody, maybe you're hit with some injuries. He's a perfect guy to scoop and just ride this out while the Mets are on this hot streak.
And I want to talk about one more guy, Ike Davis. Now this is the guy, a big guy coming up out of the prospect or coming up out of the minors in terms of like, hey, here's going to be your next big first baseman. Really not much. Over the last few years, he's shown some flashes, but I think he's going to put something together this year. He's hitting .328 so far this year. Not a ton of power, but just at the very least, keep a very close eye on Ike Davis because I think this could be the year that we've been waiting for in terms of seeing his potential.
Smells like a Chris Davis. Like I said that in preseason. Hey, if you drafted Carlos Gomez, how's that going for you? Oh, where's all the haters now? Of course you should be.
Ask the trade question.
This guy sent me, well, we talked about it first. Actually, I thought I sent it to you, or I was going. Either way, I'd be giving up Buster Posey and Jason Grilli and getting back
Wieters and Arenado.
Wieters and Arenado. Should I do the trade? If you think I should, put it down there. I do, and I got Vogt as my catcher. You know I love Vogt. That's been my boy.
Vogt and Wieters.
Should I do it? But relief pitches are actually more important this
season.
Where
did you get Grilli? You picked him up.
Yeah, but it's still
closers
are more important in this
format.
Value
for a pickup.
But I'm just saying closers are more important in this format.
Just be happy that you're getting value at a pickup and do the trade.
You tell me if I should. If you think I'm going to go whatever the fans say. Do I accept his trade?
Yes.